We have a new appetite for urgency here.
President Leath's bold installation address unveiled his plans for the university. We have all the details for you up next.
Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Julia Murphy.
And I'm Chloe Thaler.
Leath was officially installed in an elaborate ceremony on Thursday morning. Eagle Eye's Grace Reynolds has more at the event.
President Leath's installation here in the Auburn Arena featured the Auburn Symphonic Bands, the Chamber Choir, and an introduction by Governor Kay Ivey. In his speech to the crowd, Leath said he will add 500 faculty to campus by 2022. He also highlighted a need to boost parking, dining, and housing options on campus for students. Leath said he will focus on research, something that will be made possible with all those new faculty and facilities planned for campus.
He is committed to ensuring that all students enrolled in this university are afforded the same exceptional Auburn experience.
You are building the future of Auburn University on a solid foundation we call the Auburn family.
Because I love Auburn, it is my honor to stand with Dr. Leath and offer him and this university my full support.
Our vision is to become, for Auburn, is to become a world-class academic, research, and service university in the true spirit of our land-grant heritage, and to be recognized as an undisputed go-to destination for that special caliber of student, faculty, staff, and development partner driven to make a meaningful impact on the state of Alabama, the nation, and the world. When it comes to fulfilling our role and responsibilities as a public land-grant university, the state of Auburn is strong. But the truth is, strong isn't enough to take Auburn to the next level. As formidable as our research and scholarship have been, and as strong as our engagement and outreach efforts have been, we can do even better. We can do more. We will do more. We're also looking to make additional improvements to further drive the integration of processes and procedures and make us more efficient. We have a new appetite for urgency here. We're going to build upon our traditional strengths by adding significant new resources to our current scholarship and fundamental research footprint. We'll expand our partnership and engagement capabilities and operations across campus. And we'll do all this while paying very, very close attention to student education engagement, which is our crown jewel. We want others to know about Auburn's commitment to excellence. We want others to know about Auburn students who inspire, engage, and lead. We want others to know about Auburn's research and scholarship, the scholarship that delivers real-world benefits. We want others to know about Auburn's outreach and engagement that serves the social good.
Leath said he and his team will begin work on plans for the university Friday morning.
One of the highlights of Leath's speech was his plan to hire 500 tenure-track faculty in the next 4 years. That would increase faculty on campus by 30%.
Auburn Mayor Bill Ham said Auburn University makes such a huge economic impact on the city of Auburn and the surrounding area that it's obviously a very bright day for Auburn, Alabama. Leath said that an aggressive fundraising campaign, as well as working closely with the state on budgetary needs, will make it possible to make all these hires.
Leath's installation comes near the end of his first year in office. Leath comes from Iowa State University, where he was president from 2012 to 2017.
During his career at Iowa State, Leath used his background in plant pathology to lead one of the nation's top research institutions known for science and technology. While at Iowa State, Leath, a trained pilot, damaged a university-owned airplane while using it for personal travel.
Leath comes to Auburn with a vision to help advance Auburn to the international stage of research and technology.
Celebrations for the installation began Wednesday on the Green Space at an event specifically designed for students.
At the event, students got to enjoy free food, games, and even got to meet with President Leath right before his formal installation.
It's been pretty fun today. There's a ton of people out here, and it's a gorgeous day, so it's really fun. And I think he's doing pretty well so far, bringing the campus together, and everybody's coming out and hang out and stuff.
You know, it's a great institution that's prospered over 150 years. So we want to be careful about changing anything, that we don't change the feel, the culture, or lose any of the great things about Auburn. but there's things we can build upon. We could do more research. We could help drive the economy of the state more than we have been. And so we're going to do those things all the time while maintaining this great student experience we have here.
As Dr. Leath and his team work on plans for the future of the university, Eagle Eye will keep you updated on all the latest news out of the President's office.
Parking and the downtown height ordinance dominated discussion at Auburn's SGA's final town hall event of the semester Tuesday night. City leaders were on hand to discuss issues facing the campus and city as a whole. Auburn Mayor Bill Ham, City Manager Jim Buston, and several members of the Auburn City Council all engaged in conversation with students at the event.
In regards to both the university and the city's parking problem, the council reminded students of the value of Tiger Transit. The city puts a lot of resources and money into providing safe ways for the Tiger Transit to move around the city. Capitalizing and utilizing a resource that our own residents who aren't students at the university can't use and would love to use to get around, students have that luxury.
The city also unveiled plans for an additional parking deck to be located on the Auburn Hotel's property. Auburn Parking Services said that there is discussion to have several levels of that deck designated for the hotel and several levels designated for the university.
Coming up, a look at Auburn softball's latest thrilling series.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
I believe this is a practical world and that I can count only on what I earn. Therefore, I believe in work, hard work.
I believe in education, which gives me the knowledge to work wisely and trains my mind and my hands to work skillfully.
I believe in honesty and truthfulness, without which I cannot win the respect and confidence of my fellow men.
I believe in a sound mind, in a sound body, in a spirit that is not afraid, and in a clean sport that develops these qualities.
I believe in obedience to the law because it protects the rights of all. I believe in human touch, which cultivates sympathy with my fellow men and mutual helpfulness and brings happiness for all.
I believe in my country because it is a land of freedom and because it is my home, and that I can best serve that country by doing justly, loving mercy, and walking humbly with my God.
And because Auburn men and women believe in these things, I believe in Auburn and love it.
Softball has been hitting out of the park this season, and women's tennis look to continue their win streak. I'm Jade Nevitt with sports. Baseball hit the road last week for their first road trip of the season. The Tigers went 1-3 in their first 4 games of the road trip, but they look to close out their road trip with a win in the Capital City Classic against rival Alabama. Will Holland led the Tigers, hitting a pair of home runs to help give Auburn a 5-2 win over Alabama in Montgomery. The win marks Auburn's 9th win in 10 meetings with the Tide in Montgomery. It also is the Tigers' 4th straight win in the Capital City Classic. Softball looked to get their second SEC Series win last weekend. The Tigers welcomed Kentucky to the Plains for a 3-game series. Auburn would end up sweeping the Wildcats throughout the weekend, defeating Kentucky 3-1, 1-0, and 6-4. The series was highlighted by Saturday's game where Auburn won 1-0 in 12 innings. The game would remain scoreless until Auburn's Tannen Snow stepped to the plate in the bottom of the 12th inning, belting out a walk-off home run to lift the Tigers to victory. After this season, Auburn's record improves to 31-6 overall and 5-4 in SEC play. Women's tennis returned home Saturday, where they would welcome number 18 Florida. Auburn started fast, getting a 6-2 victory from Jada Danielle and Andy Dikosaljevic. Florida would respond, winning the remaining doubles matches. In singles, Taylor Russo kept Auburn alive, beating Florida's Victoria Emma 6-3, 6-3. Florida would go on to win the match 4-1, getting wins from Anna Danilina, McCartney Kessler, and Katie Hewitt. With the loss, the Tigers dropped to 4-3 in SEC play. To stay up to date on all your Auburn sports, go to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, or follow us on Twitter at EETV_sports. Up next, as the semester comes to a close, see how students are selling their textbooks.
For most college students,
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Recently, our country has witnessed catastrophic devastation. Hurricanes and flooding have upended lives and livelihoods.
Across this great country, Americans have answered the call.
That special calling that compels us, when others are down, to step up and do whatever it takes.
America's at our best when, against all odds, we come together and lift each other up.
Please donate to oneamericaappeal.org. America needs you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your card? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Textbooks are an expense that every college student has and every college student dreads.
For most college students, the hardest part of each semester can be finding the right textbook at the best price.
I typically go to the bookstore to buy my textbooks.
I typically contact people that I've already known that have taken the class.
So, what really is the best option for students in order to get the right textbooks in the most affordable way? After speaking to several textbook sales representatives around the area, I hope to let Auburn students know which route is most affordable to them when it comes to ordering their textbooks. For Auburn students, there are several ways to get the textbooks they need. The easiest way, perhaps, is by going through one of the local bookstores. Once the Auburn University bookstore acquires the list of textbooks needed by the student body, they send that list to the other local stores, J&M Bookstore and Anders Bookstore.
Competition is good. It's always been good for this marketplace to make sure that, you know, a lot of college stores, when they don't have off-campus stores, they were soft.
These bookstores provide the option for students to rent textbooks from them for a lower price or to buy the textbooks from them and sell those back for a part of the price at the end of the semester. Part of this process is finding out how to price their textbooks by looking at each other and other competitors like Amazon. No matter what, they want students to get what they need at the lowest possible price.
We cooperate with each other because we do want all the students to get the right books at the best price that they can, whether that be 2 from me and 1 from the AE bookstore and 1 from J&M.
The Auburn University bookstore describes their approach in helping students to find the right books as being brutally honest with them on where the right place to go is.
We'll tell you, even if we don't have the best price on something on our website or in the store, we'll say, hey, I think you might be able to find that X.
Meanwhile, Charles Snoddy, the manager at Anders Bookstore, encourages students to rent their textbooks.
If you rent your textbooks, at the end of the semester, if you feel like you want to buy your books or if you want to keep those books, you can just pay the difference from that day. So there's no risk in renting. If you feel like you don't want the book, you can give it back. But if you need it for the next semester or you want to keep it for yourself, you just pay the difference.
Another option for students would be to take advantage of the new textbook selling apps that are circulating throughout college campuses. For example, the app Free Textbooks has made quite the presence on Auburn's campus.
So with the app, it's really easy. All you do is you can sell your books or you can buy books. And so it'll give you, based on what school you go to, it'll give you what books are offered for your course.
However, other than its convenience, the Auburn University bookstore makes a compelling case on why students should stick with them when it comes to getting their textbooks. Not only does the money go back into the school, but they saved students over $1.2 million on textbooks last year through rentals, buybacks, in-house discounting, and their new use of the all-access digital book program.
The biggest way I think right now that we're saving students money is through the all-access program, which is the digital program where we work with instructors that want to move to a digital format. We work with instructors and also publishers and are able to reduce the cost of those books by about 55% right now.
It seems as though the most affordable route depends on each individual student. The all-access program may be more desirable to a student who enjoys working on their computer. Buying a new textbook may be the best option for a student whose best friend is their highlighter. And renting may be the way to go if students don't have any intent to hold on to their books. Luckily, these textbook sales representatives are here to make sure that students are pushed in the right direction.
Reporting for Eagle Eye TV, this has been Ellie McCoy.
As the semester is coming to a close, be sure to find the most affordable option for you in the next semester.
A program right here in Auburn is working to save dogs from being euthanized.
We contacted a bunch of vet school people, and we ended up gathering a bunch of people willing to foster, and we saved 6 dogs that day, Max included. So that's just kind of like how it began. The whole idea of actually having a group on campus, though, did not start until later, because the idea of pulling dogs was just kind of like on a whim.
In order to spread awareness of Pups on the Plains, volunteers spend time on the concourse and use social media as their biggest platform. One of people's favorite things about Pups on the Plains is the option to rent a dog.
For people to be able to take our dogs, run with them, take them around campus, it helps us get the word out, but it helps them get walked, socialize, gives them playtime, and lets everybody else, that can't foster or adopt help that way. And it's really cheap. It's only $3 an hour, and all of that goes to like food, flea medication, all that kind of stuff. And so it's just been really, really great.
In the future, Pups on the Plains hopes to become a nonprofit organization and grow in popularity on campus so more dogs can be saved. To find out more information about Pups on the Plains, you can find them on social media at Pop Rescue Team.
If you're ever looking for a furry companion, Pups on the Plains has you covered with the option to rent or adopt a dog.
To commemorate the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. 50 years ago, Auburn University will host events throughout next week. Next Wednesday, Sarah Collins Rudolph, who survived the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing, will speak on race and faith in the United States. Sanford Hall's bells will chime at 7:05 p.m. to commemorate the time of his assassination in Memphis, Tennessee in 1968. The Jewel Collins Smith Museum of Fine Arts will host a series of events and panel discussions Thursday afternoon.
This week's Pet of the Week is 16-pound Amos. Amos is 4 years old and loves people. He doesn't like to be picked up, but he would love to be in a house where he could be the center of attention.
Amos is available for adoption at the Lee County Humane Society.
And coming up, an estate sale gone wrong left one woman with hundreds of stolen items.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
For all the papas out there, let's stop what we're doing and take a moment. A moment to be with our kids. They can be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments, kooky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count, because every time dads take a moment to be with their kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's all take a moment to make a moment today.
I'm Ferdinand. You look at me and think big. You think scary. But I'm a little misunderstood. Sorry, I almost killed you. We've all been misunderstood. I'm not a fighter.
I don't understand that at all.
Kids with learning and attention issues like dyslexia and ADHD are misunderstood too. Take the time to understand.
Best plan ever!
With the right support, everyone can reach their full potential, because you can't judge a bull by his cover. Learn more at understood.org.
A Colorado woman's house mistaken for an estate sale was ransacked by people believing that they were at a sale that was actually a few doors down. Owner Mary Andrews said that she left her home unlocked on Friday, and when she returned, she found people walking out with things from inside.
Andrews said there were cars everywhere and people were coming out of her house with armloads of stuff. Police called it a very, very bad misunderstanding. The mistake came when someone got into her home and started spreading the word that a sale was going on and everything was free.
Andrews said the family is still trying to figure out what was taken, with hopes that people will return some of the items. Longmont police said that the case has been closed because there are no suspects. I can't even imagine that happening in my house. I would try to track down every single person.
Same, I feel so bad for them.
That's all we have for you tonight. Be sure to keep up to date with all the latest news by following us on Facebook and Twitter at Eagle Eye TV and online at eagleeyeauburn.com. And download our new Alexa skill to hear all the latest headlines. I'm Julia Murphy.
And I'm Chloe Thaler. Coming up next, an encore of President Leath's full installation address. Thanks for joining us, and War Eagle.